And welcome back to WWRL. It is Thursday. It's race day for AV Championship, AV Racing. Today, broadcasting WWRL. This is season 5 for them, race 2, which is going to be at Bahrain today. Last race, obviously last Thursday, Abu Dhabi, and as you can see up there, we've got the standings up there. There was a lot of DNFs at Abu Dhabi, a lot of problems with the curbs, mainly around between turns 20 and 21, taking too much curb on the exit, oversteering to the right into the wall there, or up around turns 2 and 3. A lot of drivers also having problems with curbing around there as well, causing a lot of DNFs. And only 5 drivers to finish that race. Let's have a look right now. I've got in the lobby and it's in the constructors right now after that first race. Both Mercedes finishing in the points, which helped them out a lot, and both the AlphaTauris there in the points as well. So those two teams got off to a very good start through that first race. A little bit of catching up for the rest to do. Currently got 18 drivers in the lobby right now on the grid. Which two are we currently missing? Which 2 cars are we missing? I can only see one Alpine here. Look, there's the other Alpine. Both AlphaTauris are there, both Astons are there, both Haas are there, both Ferrari are there. Is that an Alfa Romeo that we're missing? And we've got both Williams are there, Alfa Romeo, and we've got both Mercedes. 19 drivers, so that's that Alfa Romeo that's in there right now. What's the car that is missing right now? I don't know, I can't see it. It's a McLaren that we're missing. Something, I don't think I mentioned it on the last stream or when it actually happened during season 4 when it came up, but there we go. No, it shouldn't be. I forgot to put myself in a party before I joined, and also the PlayStation 5 now has a microphone on the controller, doesn't it? So unless I go and join a party, I'll remember to mute that. I end up in game chat and I get weird sounds playing out the speaker on the control. Thank you for that. Like me. Where was we? Yeah, what did we miss last time? I think I forgot to mention it on the last stream and when it happened at the end of the season 4, but Reaper has passed 1,000 total career points in AV. It actually happened at the end of season 4, just before hitting the 5th season. So well done to Reaper with that. Getting over that many points. I don't know if I mentioned it on the last stream at the start of the season or not. There we go anyway. Congratulations to Reaper, and I can see a lot of the drivers running up right now, so we'll be going in any second now then. Yep, and there's the timer on the game, so it's time to go to qualifying in Bahrain. Quick look, where is my notebook? I haven't actually updated any of my notes. Notebook, I'm using previous notes from the other seasons. I haven't had a chance to update it. I'll get to that. Where is it? Cool. Right, let's take a look at the track. What's going on? Why have we unreadied and not going into the lobby? What happened there? Into the lobby so we can have a look at the track and then over some. Gives me time to finish planning the right pages in my book. But anyway, here we go off to Bahrain. Bahrain International Circuit here in Sakir, Bahrain. We've got 3.3 miles or 5.4 kilometers if you'd like that metric. Going around this track today, it's going to be 28 laps. 50% race for us today. There's 3 DRS zones on this track. Very good overtaking opportunities at Bahrain, and only a total of 15 corners here. A couple of downhill braking zones that we need to be careful of though around this track, and It's always being Bahrain. There's no grass, there's no gravel, it's just tarmac everywhere. And I still haven't made the longer track video for Bahrain, so you have to look at 5 minutes of a loading screen. Not 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Weather, Bahrain, I should think it should be dry. It has rained in Bahrain before, it'd be a rare occasion, but let's get our information up on screen so we know what's going on. Let's have a look at tyres. Everyone decides to come out with. See a few drivers put on that medium, running a few laps to start with, getting the feel of what is going on as well. And we'll put all that other information back up on the screen. Right, so there we go. Captain O'Reilly coming out on the mediums. Down here, so I've been informed. Best steps, this is Tygo. This is an auto account. And from the best steps, this is Tygo. A couple of reserves in here. I think I've seen before. Triple filters. And the Aston Martin here. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him on track before, so we'll catch up with him in qualifying at some point to see how he's getting on. Let's see roughly where he looks like he's going to be placing on the grid. KJ Styles here, reserving today in the Alfa Romeo. Now it's Ethan back in here as well. How Ethan, how's it doing? He hasn't been in AV for a while, since the first season, I think. Was Ethan in part of season 2? He might have been in part of season 2. I can't quite remember. Ethan, very strong, solid driver. So we'll see how he's getting onto grips with this newer game as well. And in general, see how all the drivers are getting to grips with it, especially with the curbing around here. How dangerous it can be on these tracks. Who can I trust? Who's going to give me a nice lap around the track here? Who do I trust? Who's not going to put it in? Where's FCST? FCST's got out there pretty quick. I've got a lot of faith in FCST. Done very well at the end of season 4. So runs around the fundamental corners and get a look at circuit here. 336 meters from the grid line here up to turn 1. It's a reasonable amount of distance in the race. Getting to turn 1 here though, it is pretty much a hairpin there. Getting nice and tight to the apex there. Don't run too wide because you don't have the space here on turn 2. FCST taking the apex there nicely, not too much curb on the exit there. Coming up through 3 though, into the first DRS zone here, and now up into turn 4, getting as wide as possible before coming in. Just clipping that curb, then up through the apex, can be a little bit bumpy. Gets back on the gas hard now, coming down through 7 and 6 and 7. And can make a way down to turn 8 now. Downhill braking zones to make sure we find a braking point there. Again, finding the apex very, very nicely on that corner. Now, possibly the hardest corner on the track here, coming down into 9 and 10. And FCST makes it look very easy there and pulls it through back on the gas quickly as well into the second DRS zone around this track, heading up towards turn 11 right now. Getting nice and wide for that and kind of tight to the apex. Use all the track on the exit. Back on the gas as quick as possible, and now turning back in, being careful to curb it on the inside of 12. It can be dangerous if you take that a little bit tight. Find the apex again for 13, onto another straight. No DRS on this straight though, it's very important to get a nice clean run through that turn 11, 12 and 13 there, so you get a good exit on those corners into turns 14 and 15 now. Maybe a little bit wide from the apex there, but still picks up the throttle pretty quick and into the last DRS zone, which will take us across the timeline for our lap around Bahrain. That's given FCST a 125.916, which provisionally puts him on pole right now, but there is still plenty of time to go, and I believe we're doing full qualifying, I think. Original intention was to do full qualifying. Does say Q1 on there as well, so see, I think it's full qualifying. Did try and do full qualifying last week, didn't have best of runs with the lobby last week, and I now can't remember if it's still doing full qualifying or not. It's called Right, it's flagged. Right, okay. A minute. Station from. How do I invite someone back in? Invite friends. It's not going to let me do it, KJ. I have to find the lobby person. One of the others to do it. Won't let me. Right, where was we? No, wait, qualifying. Yes, let me know in the chat. Are you still doing full qualifying? Or are we doing. Sure, I think you are doing full qualifying. I'm here. James running around on a set of inters right now. That tells me that we are doing a full qualifying. And thinks he can maybe set a better lap and score into the top 15 on a set of inters and not have to waste his good rubber for later on. I'll be interested to see how that works out there for James. He's on his outlap right now. Cuts back out of him. There's a Red Bull half backwards there. Which Red Bull was that? That's Exy's spinning out of turn 10 there. Possibly trying to come down too quick, get back on the gas too quick, and being all over the curb. So drivers run a lap now on these. Who's still in the garage there? Triple filtered Kuhn, KJ. Lotta's just come out of the garage right now. Reaper's still in the garage. Reaper's starting to get to grips with this game a little bit more now. For the first couple races, I saw him in looking strong again. So expecting to see him probably come out later in the quali when there's a bit more rubber down on track and he can get a bit more grip. Captain O'Reilly, I'm watching at the minute right now. I've seen him race for a while before. Was I think this PlayStation plugged into a potato rather than the internet. I'm not sure what was going on with his connection quality. I hope it's improved and a lot more stable now. It doesn't seem to be glitching around in qualifying, so that's a good sign already. We've got Knack right now then, currently sitting up there with the fastest lap right now, 125.686. Fastest quali lap in real life round is actually 127.264 set by Hamilton in 2020, so we've demolished that by a couple of seconds around here. Pretty sure it's going to need to go and check stats in Discord. Pretty sure Knack took the win for the last two races here during AV. Still garage at the triple filtered Lollapopper, still in their out laps. Lollapopper's about to come round. Get some on board with Lollapopper through qualifying, see how this Ferrari gets on. While I just check the stats on Knack, I believe that's correct. That's season 3. We had Knack win there in season 3. Reaper taking the podium, Wooch also taking the podium. So, season 4. Season 4 Bahrain, yep, Knack winner there again. Gargmelon on podium and Domestos also on the podium. And I also got my notebook. Reaper and Domestos also the other winners we've had around here. Kuhn having podiums on here as well. That's the only drivers left in here that we've seen before, so maybe we could be seeing the likes of Knack, Reaper, Domestos, and Kuhn again. Ruta will fighting towards the front there for podium around here. MCST also from the looks fit having some top 5 finishes here as well, so it could be in the mix for the front of this race. How's what we're doing right now as we come into turns 11 and 12, the danger corners of this track. Yeah, it ends very close on the inside on the first bit of turning. Eases off a little bit. Right, that's chooses to stay next to that inside curb. Runs a little bit wide, which almost unstable to the car a little bit before coming down into 13, but it's kept control of it very well, getting as wide as possible now before it gets into 14. A little bit hesitant there on the turn-in. Put there, 126.7. That's good enough for P10 right now. Obviously doing full quality, so drivers don't need to maybe push too much in these laps, and there's a lot of picking through a little bit too quick after one and having a big old spin over. How fitting being in the Ferrari as well. Right, let's see what else is going on right now. A lot of drivers in the pit right now. Again, change their tyres. We've got Rowan in McLaren on the outlap. The only McLaren. Nope, we've got both McLarens in here right now. We do have a full grid of all 20 drivers in here. They snuck in right at the end before we came into the lobby. I'm about to start his lap in a second. See how McLaren gets on around here. Just some of these views for the cinematic cam just doesn't show me anything, does it? In turn 1 now. Anyway, we're coming out of turn 2. Looking pretty good instead. We're coming up through 3 there. The DRS rear wing is open, making us way down to turn 4 now. Nice and stable, coming through there. Slightly excited about what this full quali may bring today. I haven't commented on a full quali race, and I'm excited by seeing what tyre strategies the drivers maybe try. So obviously, well, we haven't seen them come out the mediums, and there's Rowan coming through turn 10 there, having a big old spin. Coming down through, swinging it back on the gas, I think, taking a lot of curb, and absolutely no traction on the rear wheels there, and that's what happens. Undamaged though, at least, so his tyre's going to be pretty hot, but probably enough time back round it. Mash the tyres towards the end of the lap, get another hot lap in on those tyres, and it should still be time to then come back in and put on a fresh set of rubber for the very end of quali again. What else have we got out on track right now? James going on those inters. How are we getting on these inters right now? I'm on board. I want to see the racing coming through them there. I think they're going to be very fun on the curbs, getting out nice and wide for some of these corners. We shall see. I think he thought about it locking up there. I don't know if this game simulates ball patches, but there's going to be a big old flat spot on that front left just then. We offered him much grip round here. It's all right now. What a madman. I absolutely love it. How daring. Great, that's what we want to see. The back end just slipping away there out turn 10. That's kind of what we was waiting for. It was that one. Or turn 12. I knew it would slip away on one of them. I don't think. So we got there though. Exits on 129. Right now, I mean, we're going to assume KJ, Reaper, and Goon are all going to get up into within the top 15 there. So then there we go again on turn 12. As we said, back end, no traction there. You're not going to carry any pace through these. They're going to be flat spotted. They're going to be cooked. They're not going to be nice to drive on right now. It's amazing. I love it. This is brilliant, James. Just keep going around, do some more laps if you want. The 5-place grid penalty right now. I got laughing over these intermediates and James's drifting skills around Bahrain. A 5-place grid penalty there with who's that? Who just collided with Rowan. Laughing there, he is into the garage right now. I think he's decided against those tyres possibly. I'd love if he puts a fresh set on. I'd absolutely love it if he puts a fresh set on. Goes full wets this time. Right, anyway, who's out on track now? Reaper's doing an outlap. We'll get back on board with him in a minute. Ethan's also on an outlap right now. Catch on and see what Ethan's looking like. As he said, we're strong in season 1. I'll put up those. Kuhn asking about trying to invite. Are you not in there either, Kuhn? What's where you're in the garage? I don't think I can. I don't think it lets me. It tells me the game group's closed and it won't let me do it. So it'll probably only let like the host. Who was hosting the lobby, Kuhn? Sorry, I'm just thinking a message then. Anyway, what's going on right now? Okay, right. Ethan's about to start this hot lap anyway, so we'll stay with the women's right now. What was I looking up? About to look up quick bit of season 1 right now for them. he did reasonably well. Where did he finish? Ethan finishing third in season 1 in total. Took a few wins. We got Brazil, Monaco, and Abu Dhabi. Ethan taking wins, and a lot of second places there. A lot of silver I see over on various trucks too. So, being for an interesting race. A contender for those podium positions. Tentative picking on that throttle quick there out of 4. Potentially going fastest there in sector 1. Very quick there through 6 and 7 as well. She's down through 8. Back on the gas again. Very wide line there through the turn. Tiny little look-ups. Keeps pretty much under control though. Lost a few tenths just then. I think it'll go for a little bit quicker, but not too bad at all. Getting nice and wide air for 11, carries much speed through as he can. But tends to get back on the power there as well, though. Into 12. No lifting out through there. Very nice. That's coming up purple there for sector 2 as well. So to run a little bit quicker through those corners than I may be thinking he was. Good looking right now. That's 15. And 15, very smooth through there. I think he could be taking that, not quite, 126.532. So I think my judgment was maybe lower. But the game was semi, either that or sector 3 didn't look that bad. Losing that much time for the first 2 purples. I think the game's just a little bit crazy sometimes. It's purple sectors we've got fighting up here. Running in 6th right now, fighting KJ, obviously. Racing and WWRL, there's X's there, retiring from Q1. Rowan there on the edge of the elimination zone right now. He's on an outlap, he's getting back in time. Let's see what McLaren can do. Let's see if he can move himself up. He needs to get off. Does he need to take off his time there? He needs to take a good bit off his time there. Ooh. 26.927, he's about 1.3 seconds off his time there now. I don't think Kuhn, KJ going to be able to get out. Where's James? James is out on track right now on a fast lap. James will be able to move up. Is Aston quickly. We'll come back to the McLaren in a second. I'm not sure who to put it is either, but he's looking pretty hot up there. See how James do it. On to the set-offs. Set-offs in the end there. James should. What's 128.5? That's not going to quite do it. He's still in 17th. I expect to see James be going through. He's made it onto another lap though, so he should be alright. Rowan right now in 16th. He needs a really good lap right now. 1.3 seconds off his previous time. Bill McLaren up there of H-Pect or Jasper. Because I know a better bite. Rowan's time as he comes to the end of this sector here. Lost the back end there, coming through 12, pushing too hard. And that is going to be his chance of getting out of Q1 over, I think. And yep, has retired. That's unfortunate there for Rowan. Lang here is out on a lap as well. Trying just made it out in time to try and defend his time round here. Because he knows James is potentially going to be moving up. And that's going to be difficult for Lang then. Gets knocked out. That's coming up purple there for sector 1 for the Williams right now. So time is James running. James running a very good time. James looking at definitely moving up into the top 15 there. So it's going to be on Lang to do this lap. He is running quicker than his previous time right now. Is it going to be enough right now, though, to secure him a position? It could be Dom, the one that gets knocked out. Lang manages jump up. There's James going up into 14th right now, as we thought he would just about make it in. So this counts this all down to Lang right now. He's doing his last couple of corners, coming around 5 tenths quicker. He should be absolutely going through on this. He's got one last corner, effectively 2 corners. In truth, but only really one real turn, and then the car's stable and he's coming through. He should be going through the Q2, and it could be the Ferrari of Domestos. I think that's going to get knocked out of this right now. I think Lang's just about done it. There is qualifying one. 20 seconds, Knack, Reba, FST, triple field, Wooter, Fight Me, Bestos, Lang, Lullabuff, H-Bex, Ethan, Tess, Asbestos, Captain O'Reilly, and James, the ones that made it through. Domestos, Rowan, Exes, Kuhn, and KJ Styles are the ones that haven't. And 5 place group penalties for Rowan, Exes going to move them right to the back. And Kuhn and KJ, I don't know if they've been unable to get back into the race or not. I've not been able to invite them back in. I don't know if anyone else is able to, now that we're not in qualifying. Anyone else watching and listening? To try and get those drivers back into the race. That's very unfortunate for them. So now into Q2 we go. 15 drivers left right now. The weather's still sunny. I'm opening another beer. We got 14.5 minutes of qualifying left. Everyone's still in the garage, so we have 1, 2. What tyres I've got? What, 2, 3 sets of softs there? Set of mediums. Sets of mediums, I think they want. Tyres get thrown away after the end of each one. Oh, too hard to think about again. Anyway, they've all been used in a set of softs. Imagine right now, we'll probably see a lot of drivers maybe go back out on the softs they may be using at the end of Q1, get a couple more laps in of the track, just throw a bit more rubber down and then come out on their mediums at the end to try and secure their position through in Q2 on the medium tyre possibly when that track's got more rubber down. But as I'm saying that, there's a Haas and an Alpine out there already out on their medium tyres. Built there in the Aston, also out on the medium tyre. I managed to get some on board with him in a minute. As we said, we've not seen him before in the races. Read all my spectator menu stuff again. Why'd you do this, game? Why can't you leave it as it was set? God damn you, Codemasters. Oh, right, nope, so there we go. There's Lang going out on softs, probably a sauce from the previous one. Then Fight Me's on the mediums, FCST on the mediums, Knack. I'm trying the mediums at the start there, which everyone ends up on the medium, going out on the medium at the start there. Could just be seeing the cars coming out on the soft at the end, trying to defend those positions. But anyway, he's going for his lap right now. Let's see what he can get out of this medium tyre. Running like good in the 125s last time. So the medium tyre right now, expecting to be more than 126, maybe just about clipping that 125 time with obviously track wearing in and stuff. As drivers maybe start to feel more comfortable with their setups and get a little bit more in at quality. A lot of curb down there through 7, almost on 7 in the curb. Oh, car again there, coming down towards 8. Had a good time in before on Q1, but don't want to be getting unsettled on any of these curbs around here. Nice smooth through 10 there though. I love these corners so much. We're going to go through, we're going to lose the back end. It's going to happen on the exit. Come through nice and smoothly there, going purple in sector 2 right now as well. Not normally a very big fan of tracks with lack of grass and lack of gravel. I'm old school, I think. I'd like that to be more of a punishment if the car goes wide and goes off something that's going to mess them up. That's 126.880 there. Potential QP1 for triple, being the first one across the line. So that's gone with Tess. Tess has been looking strong recently. Yeah, tracks with the gravel and grass around, much prefer than all the tarmac around. Like you got here, where you go a bit wide in the race, pick up a warning. Yeah, the car's absolutely fine. There's no risk of really damaging it too much or spinning sometimes. Sometimes there is with the way the curbs are now, but yeah, so I prefer those tracks. But Bahrain's, I don't know, I only tracked without the grass and go. I don't mind too much. I think partially because of watching the game and watching turn 12 and 13 and just watching cars Spinella is just quite enjoyable sometimes. So starting to mind the track, to be honest. It's got good overtaking opportunities as well. Fuck me now, but right provisionally on P1 with 1.66.3. What's Test looking like around here? Pretty sure while I was blabbing away there, one of those sectors might have popped up purple. 20 by that apex, so that's looking like a pretty good time. What are we on? 27.7. Good enough provisionally at 4P5. Lying out there, obviously on all the soft tyres there. I assume there is all the soft tyres. I'm going to put on a set of fresh ones for it. I'm not sure. Jasper right now, what's that? Triple filtered backwards there. Lola also ghosted by the side of the road. 5-place grid penalty there for a collision with Lola as well. That's multiple cars. Did Lola pick up a 5-place grid penalty as well? We'll have a look when we see the end there. His wing still looks attached. Not sure. Really not sure how he ended up backwards at the end of the straight just there. That's a really weird place to be backwards to, and sliding backwards at a hell of a colossal speed. Interesting. I'm sure I'll find out and be able to get updated on that before the race next week. Hopefully get some video footage of it. Interesting to watch. Right, what's going on right now? Ruther is on an invalidated lap right now. Lola's out on the softs. He's on an invalidated lap. Ethan's on his set of mediums. He's not on an invalidated lap, but he's on a very, very slow lap. Watching them right now. How's Bestos doing in the Haas? Bestos wasn't here too much of the previous races of the other season. FCST doing a lot of work in the Haas by himself. Good to see Bestos back there on the grid. If he can take part in more of the races this season. Almost right at the back of the car. I wanted to get away from him a little bit, then he was coming through turn 4 and he was getting back onto the power. A little bit of wobble coming out of turn 8 as well. Back on to the power then as well. How are we going through 10? Keeps it under control. Nearly sent it in too quickly there, but I guess the brakes are very hard. Doesn't knock up through it though. Managed to keep that under control there through 10 to 11 and 12 now. Getting nice and wide before turning. Taking the apex there. Snaking it through. I love this bit. I love it where the camera changes there because you just don't know if the car's just comes out so quick. And does it make the corner? Does it just carry on sliding? I think the camera on that corner is possibly one of my most favourite camera angles on this game, where it changes to that. But I could make a compilation of cars just either making it through or going to crash. You can just watch the first bit and just guess whether they're going to be making it through that corner or whether they're going to be crashing on the corner. Right, anyway, what's going on right now with the Red Supreme quality? I've stopped getting a little boner over turn 12 and 13. Drank too much already before this race. Rapidly running out. I'm always running out of beer. He wins by more. Ethan still smashing around on these medium tyres. Then, so who we got looking down there in the relegation zone right now? Tess, FCST, Lola, Reaper, and James. I'm very much expecting out of those. Definitely, I'd say FCST, Reaper, and James should be making it out of Q2. But I mean, I would have very much thought that Domestos would have made it out of Q1. Messages in the chat. I haven't been paying attention to this. I need to put some sort of sound alert thing into my ear, the monitor for me to listen. Dom there, just as we was talking about Dom there, obviously missing out on getting through out of Q1. Being a boss costed me quality. He says that's regularly Dom. Dom obviously trying to get Kuhn and that back into the races. We've got a new lobby after quality. It's Kuhn and KJ Styles can't join. No worries about that. So anyone that's listening. Good lobby for the race for the custom. Yep, I assume that had everyone else did as well. How are you doing as well, Pirka, sir? How are you? Right. So we've got Knack looking pretty comfortable right here, again at the top of the board right now. Job's coming back in, going to be switching their tyres right now to get ready for the last few laps of Q2 right now. Knack, we said, looking comfortable up there. Drivers in the 126s there. Down to 6 should be reasonably comfortable. It's these ones down here in the 127s, which are going to be looking like more of a dangerous cut-off point, I think, probably for this. And what these drives down here with the 127s, Tess, Ethan, and Riley there. I should imagine at the end of quali, we're looking to come back out on to softer tyres. Tess is still out right now, still going round from its left. Just about enough time, I think, for Tess to get round and then maybe get back into the garage right now. If they want to try and put on some fresh rubber and try and make it through into Q1. Who was that just moving up the board there? I saw things shift. Reaper moving up to the top there right now, 126.5. James is out right now as well. Is James getting on? Why did I miss it? Reaper was out. She's got some on board. James right now. Giving up through turns 12 and 13. Yeah, we make it through. Purple there in sector 2 right now as well for James. So James should be able to make his way out. I mean, Tess, I should imagine if Tess puts on a set of softs, we'll see Tess make it out of Q2. Depends on how many softs they've already been using already and what they want to be saving for the race. And there's James going vision fast there, 125.935. James put on a set of softs there, making sure he gets out of Q2. I think maybe feeling a little bit insecure there about his position. Wanted to guarantee that he got through. So Q2 will be the starting tyre though. Reaper there on the mediums. Still on. No, he don't still want to push that for it. It's down here, so what have we got then? Tess right now, not going to be looking good. After that, they just spun, pushed it around. I don't think they're going to be up to take any other tyres. I think they're wanting through into Q1 on a set of mediums or nothing by the looks of it. It's only 3 minutes left to quali. That's going to be hell of a tight to try and make it in. And I think there's someone trying to take a shortcut, and that didn't work. Let's have a look at Lola right now. Just coming out of turn 10. There's a lot of traffic around on the track right now. Everyone out. Everyone trying to get themselves through. Got there. Right now down into 9th there on those soft tyres. The drivers on the mediums trying fast. Quick little flash of propel down 62 for Lola. That's not going to be the fastest sector in there though. The game always does this. Got coming through the final corners right now. Can we get the other Ferrari in to Q1? Or both Ferraris going to be missing from Q1. It's almost like real life there. Lola goes up into provisionally P2, 126.358. We got now Lang here on the edge. Wouter and Lang here, I think, looking very vulnerable with these 126.9s there. But even we've got down there Ethan. We'll see him getting out. Bestos there. Bestos retiring. No more time for him to get laps around. Out right now, Captain Riley. Let's try and move up out. Tess isn't going to have any time to get any more laps around, I don't think. Riley, Ethan, and Stepsis gonna be the ones who are gonna be trying to move up into Q1 right now. We're on board with Riley coming up into turn 11 right now. Picks up the gas right there nicely, powering on through into 12. Very comfortable through there on 12. Flashing up purple again. The game's just giving everyone purple in sector 2 right now. That one's holding though. That might be a very good time. Definitely not connected to the internet with a potato today, are we? Picks up the gas quick, hit that Alpine, accelerating quick out of these corners. That's up in there, and it's a P2 on the board right now for Riley. He moves up there as Lang getting knocked out. Ruta also being knocked out. The steps moved up into the positions. Is Ethan going to make it through right now? Is FCST going to get pushed out? FCST's on an outlap right now, it says. 30 seconds anywhere. I can't even see how much time is left of qualifying. I think there's 30 seconds left of qualifying. So FCST, where's he on track? He should just have time to get round. That's purple sector 1 right now for Ethan. If FCST is going round as well, that could be triple filtered. And so triple filtered and Fight Me, then maybe getting pushed down. That'd be triple filtered, then be going out. Tess is on outlap right now. Is Tess going to make it round? Where's that Mercedes to? Tess isn't going to be making it round for a lap. Ethan is on a lap right now, though. So anyone else down there? Wouter is still out, so he could potentially be able to make it through as well. Sounds off notifications either, apparently. Do that when we remake the lobby. Ethan there coming up purple then for sector 2 as well. It's FCST too. We're going to have to get on board with FCST. Ethan is going to be coming out of that relegation zone. FCST is going to get pushed down. It's going to need to make sure he gets a good time in there. There's Ethan going up in division P2 right now in Q2. FCST coming down into turn 10 right now. Back on a set of sauce, running a 126.7 before. Didn't see his time at the end of sector 1, but he can catch his time at the end of sector 2 right now, where Wouter is in a wall. Wouter's not getting out of quali 2. I'm sorry. Right, so FCST are doing right. Triple Filter's finished right now. Let's move himself anywhere back up. So it'll be Triple Filter that gets knocked out. If FCST can move himself in, and he is running quicker, about 8 tenths quicker there. I thought it said he was running. He's going to be looking at a 125, very low 126 time when he gets to the end of this lap, and should just about be able to secure himself a position in to Q1. And I think he does just there. So interesting. I think that was only possibly maybe James there, or only a couple of drivers that actually got through to Q2 on the medium tyre there. Then a lot of others forced to use those. We have Reaper, Knack, and Fight Me, the drivers that made it through on there. Going on here. We have FCFT, James, Ethan, Jasper, Riley, Best Up Test, which is Tiger, Lollipop, Reaper, Knack, and Fight Me all made it out of Q2. They're going to be going into Q1. Triple Filtered, Buta, Lang, Bestos, and Tess have all been out qualifying, and Triple Filtered there is another driver with 5 second grid penalty there. So move him down into 16th. So, Tess and Lang and Buta will be happy with that. That will gain them a position on the grid from game grid penalty on that one. There is Q3 then. We're down to the final 10 drivers right now. Let's see what they can do. Right. Codemasters, they'll watch this, probably won't, but fix this. Just put my spectator menu settings back up how they were previously every time you change quali, so I don't have to do it all again every time, because that's annoying. And I should better move this stuff around and customize it like you can do your normal race one, and I can implement it into my overlay better. Goddamn EA. Anyway, we won. Need a quick stop function on the game. I mean, there's a power button on the front console. Does that work for you? That'll stop your game test. Damn. Right, anyway, we've got all drivers right now coming out of Q3. We've got Knack, Lola, and nope, Ethan's coming out. Knack and no, Knack's at the grounds now, and Lola. So what we got to be seeing right now then? She made it through Q2, back onto the soft tyres now. So only a couple of them making it through on that medium tyre. So looking at on the pole here then, I get it. So Knack's won here in the last 2 seasons. Reaper's taken a win here, Domestos has taken a win here before. So Let's see who's had pole positions around here. Season 1 then was Wooter had the pole position. Season 2, Kuhn had a pole position. Neither of them are getting pole positions this season because they're not in Q1 now. So let's have a quick little look see at while we're watching Knack on his lap. Let's not watch him on that lap. Watch FCST then, he's on a fast lap, so watch that and grab information quickly. So I haven't written that. Oh, Knack had the pole position there in Season 3. Took the win. Season 4, did Knack have the pole again there? Knack did have the pole. Season 3 and Season 4, Knack had the pole, and he took the win from pole in both of those seasons. So, third year in a row, Knack. Can it be done? Can it be achieved? I'd like to see it. I'd like to hope so. Though, as we said, Reaper there, ready to challenge towards the front. James there, challenging towards the front as well. FCST, Ethan there, nice drivers here. Fight me possibly challenging up the front there as well. And that was a very good lap we saw from O'Reilly when he put in towards the end there as well. So, let's look again at FCST in the house still. In the house last season, in the house again. FCST and Bessos ever been partnered with anyone else? I'm thinking no. And possibly the only two drivers to stay on the grid. Constantly partnered with each other. There's a 125.5 there for FCST. That's a very strong time to start with, but I think it might get a little bit lower towards the last few minutes of quality. Still about 8 minutes left to go around here. FCST looks like he's still punching it for another lap. We'll have a check on with Knack and how he's doing coming to the end of Sector 2, 104.2, running pretty much the same time that as FCST. There's Reaper getting a time there already, 125.3. We're going to push it into the 124s. Push it 124, we're going to get a 124.9. Could just be coming across with 125 again right now. 125.351. Puts it in front of Reaper by about 200ths of a second right there. Reaper and Knack paired together last time in the Mercedes, taking the constructors last season. Reaper taking the win from the drivers, but that was some great action of Reaper and Knack side by side. Silver War reenacted for a few races last season. We'll see some great action from them side by side again through Bahrain, side by side through turn 12. That's what we want to look at. There's Tiger right now going fastest with a 125.339 a lap. Should definitely be expecting Reaper to get a little bit faster then. Going to be happy about that. Tiger putting in place in there on that sort of time. So O'Reilly looking like right now. That's the total time, but that's not going to be a good enough lap. I'll have a look at James. Let's get about 3 seconds off his previous one already when he came to the Delta on that. Ross is out. Who are out? Knack's still out. Knack's still running some laps on the softs, and that's nice and so. I think he's probably going to come in the garage right now. Yeah, he is. What's Tyro doing? I think they're on a push lap there. Either no. Going to be coming in to the garage at the end of this one as well, I think. So let's have a look down at James. What's James doing? Also, everyone's going to be coming in the garage right now, I think. A lap stand. A lot of them fight me there waiting. Maybe they don't have the tyres. Might want to spare the tyres. Maybe used too much in the early qualifying sessions. So it looks like they're possibly waiting on there until a little bit later. James coming around very out of fuel there by the looks of it, I think. Stuck at 100 miles an hour. We've got Fime coming out now as all the other drivers go in. 5 minutes after quality still. Gonna try and get some laps in while the track is clear. He is on a fast lap right now. Let's see what we can do. He's got a clear track in front of him. No one's disturbing. No one's trying to maybe possibly get a little bit of a toe off, even though almost this little wall there coming out of turn 2. Keeps it in control there going through to turn 3. Getting nice and wide here for turn 4. Using absolutely every little limit of the track. Picking that up early. Runs wide there and invalidates that lap. That's unfortunate there for Fight Me. He's going to have to make it around and run another hot lap on those. He's going to want to maybe run that a little bit softer and conserve these tires for the rest of this lap. Not pushing on too much unless he's going to make it round. He's going to go around and get on another fresh set. Should be just enough time, I think, for me to get on a fresh set of boots there and get another out lap and a hot lap done. FCST though. Again, also using the opportunity. Well, there's no one else out on track to disturb him, trying to get some nice clean lap in. Backhand nearly getting away out of turn 6 there. Keeps that control though, looking pretty comfortable through 8. Very nice in picking up the throttle again, very early out of 10 there. That should be nice. It's going to have a maximized speed along this DRS zone here before we get into turn 11. I'm getting the cable for my headset. I'm just turning the volume up and up so I can try and actually hear the cars in my own headset. Just not getting much at all. It's anyway, finally coming towards the end of his lap there, and I think that would have been a good one. But he chose to go in the pits. He's going to be risking that fine to get in, get some fresh rubber on there, and get back out. Have a look. We've got Jasper back out here now. Let's Fight Me too. Let's see. Fight Me is looking to be running a very good time right now as we come up to the line. That should be a very low 125. That's a 125.389. That puts him only provisionally in 4th right there. Still 2 minutes left of qualifying to go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers there, all with 125.3 times. This could be a very close race when it comes to it. But everyone hold their cool in the race on track and keep stability up. You're on 1K channel points, Smooth says. Well done for watching along. Thank you very much for watching along the stream. That much I need to put stuff in there, but I don't really know what to. Yeah, half the stuff is just stuff that will just put stuff all over the screen and do annoying things. It just wouldn't be appropriate during racing, which is why there's not much in there if you just spend channel points on yet, Smithy. We'll try and think of things though. Receive a personal message from Gnome, the commentator. Back to racing right now. What have we got? Captain Riley right now. He's on a fast up, coming very quick through 6 and 7 there. Roll on that car as he came down. Managed to slow down coming into turn 8. That was very nice there. Into 10 now. Tiny little squirrels of lockups there. Keeps under control. Little wiggle on the exit there. Riley should be running a quicker time here. Nice and wide turn and find that apex nicely on 11. Back on the gas nicely right there. He's absolutely pushing hard on this one. Stable hitting that outside curve. Running about nearly 2 tenths quicker than his previous time right now. McLaren there pulling over to let the Alpine through. And the other one pulling over, thank you. And find the apex again. Back onto the gas. It's going to be a slightly higher 125, 125.5 or 6. 125.9 is faster, but he's still there in P8 right now. James right now out there in P7. James will be able to improve his time before the end. That's the end of the quality 3 time, and they're gone. So only drivers out on laps right now. Ones that are gonna do it. Where's the other one? It's Ethan right now is about to come across the line. He's running a little bit quicker than he previously was. Still only good enough for 10th, and that is the end of qualifying for him. It's going to be next round here. It's going to be James. Going to be the next driver. There's a Ferrari that's come off down there through turn 7. I think taking too much curve. Oversteered towards the inside, hit the wall. James right now coming through turns 14 and 15. Can he improve on his time right now? It's 125.8. I think he's going to improve a little bit. 125.495. That moves him up into 5th right now. Else is about to come across an Alfa Romeo. That is Knack right now on his last run. Can he take the pole for a consecutive 3rd season running here at AV? I'm not sure. He's getting nice and wide, ready there to turn in hard 14. Back on the gas very quickly there through it. What sort of time are we running on that? Pushing so a 125 flat. Knack visually on pole there right now. Reaper there with a 125.1. Just misses out on the pole. Tygo there losing control on the final corners. Going to finish that lap and be able to increase his time. Red Bull is going to go. Oh, I thought he was going to go across backwards then, or at least take it backwards into the pits or something. That would have been fun. There we go, across the line. That is congratulations there to Knack then. 3rd season, 3rd pole position at Bahrain. 125 flat there. And FCSD obviously right at the end there. 3 100ths off of Knack there. FCSD is going to be starting on the front row alongside him. Reaper down on the 2nd row alongside Best Steps as 3rd row Fight Me and James. 7th will be Jasper. 8th will be O'Reilly. 9th will be Lollipopper. And 10th will be Ethan. And I've got the top 10 there to Alpine, the only constructor there to place both of its cars into the starting top 10 to get both its cars through into Q3. Well done to Alpine. Beer counts. Yeah, that sound clip you have, James. I like that. Where we go, that just seems to go on forever. It sounds like it's broken, and I thought the speakers or my laptop was just broken, replaying the same sound, or the streamer glitched. I need that to play exactly these points when the game goes wrong. So, qualifying was done. That's going to be Kuhn and Katie, unfortunately, starting at the back, and something happened with their games, and they couldn't get back in to take part in qualifying. So, drivers out of the top 10 will be selecting their tyres. I think we'll see most of them probably take the harder medium tyre. The soft may be great, always the greatest around Bahrain. A little wear can be put on it. Of course, there'll be a couple outside of that top 10 that fancy themselves on the soft, that feel like they can maybe gain some positions early on and work their way up through the grid. Hopefully no torpedoes into that hairpin of turn 1 though. That's not fun for no one. Formation lap as always, so drivers can try and get their tyres warmed up, and then Time to get my information up and time to have a look at what tyre strategy they did take on this track. So put this back up as well. Colours still aren't quite right because I'm supposed to use an HDR, but anyway, right, Knack and FCST lining up the front of the grid there. Knack on the medium tyre, FCST on the soft, Reaper on the medium, Tygo on the soft, Fight Me on the medium, James on the soft. That's an interesting top 6 there. Medium soft, medium soft, medium soft. I'm interested to see how that plays out. I could see FCST getting a much quicker pull on Knack at the start of this race and getting his way into town on first there on the inside, being on that softer tyre. And potentially James steps us working their ways in front of Fight Me and Reaper possibly and trying to maybe put out a bit of a gap. Reaper and Knack aren't going to let these positions go very lightly though. This is what else interests me down here right now. Triple Filtered and Kuhn feel like those are the two drivers. We said there'd be a couple outside the top 10 that are feeling lucky. Feel like they can make something of those soft tyres. So now 16th and 17th. So these two drivers are going to have a lot of work to do on that soft before it starts to wear out and before they start to have some problems with it. And before they also then have to pit and put another tyre on. It's Bahrain. This game will give me a sort of tyre strategy yet around there, but it's a two-stop Bahrain. You could one-stop this, but it's dangerous. I mean, we've got tests right now and aces right now on the hard tyres. Not always the biggest fan of the hard tyre on the game, but I don't think Bahrain is the track. I think you need good, very well tested setup to be taking that hard tyre around Bahrain. You can't afford to be losing grip on the back end as you're coming through turn 12 or as you're braking coming down through turns 9 and 10, and I don't know how well that hard's going to hold up for them this early in the race. But much rubber down. Hard can be a bit more useful, I think, later on in the race. After you've got a few more laps down, got a bit more rubber on the track, you can find later on in the race the hard can still be alright, and you can still be getting more consistent times while the tyre is wearing down. But early on at the start, I'm not too sure about it. There's only a few people I think maybe driving on a couple of races where I've seen actually make good use of a hard tyre at the very start of the race like that from the back and really work themselves forward. Otherwise, it can be a little bit of an accident. Cars are revving right now. There is a 3, 4, 5 lights all on. And race to Bahrain. AV Championship is underway. FCST got a great run there off the start there. Like, doesn't matter to put pressure onto Nat there into turn 1. We've got the cars at the back there. Lots of pushing, shoving, grinding against each other. Triple Filter's made his way up a few positions there already. I think us so much. Jasper moving up position there as well. 3 guys on the mediums at the front there. Managed to defend their positions pretty well there right now. James losing position right now. And there's an AlphaTauri there spinning off into the wall. That is Wouter right now that I can see that is spinning right now. Don't know if my tells are accurate on here. They never normally are. Fight Me pushing hard. Haterjack there. Jasper pushing up on those soft tyres. And there's Fight Me in the Red Bull. It looked like they tapped wheels with McLaren there. And they will spin coming down through turns 7. So Fight Me, no, Fight Me's still there. Who spun? That man spun. No, that was a Red Bull. Fight Me's not Red Bull. Who was the Red Bull? That would have been Etham then. I think they must have spun up there. Back off towards the front of the grid right now. Jasper making very good use of those soft tyres that he's managed to start on this race and putting the pressure on to Knack right now. Knack defending hard through the exit there of turn 13, and Jasper is going to sit behind them for a minute. FCST though, what a run he is getting right now. 2.4 seconds already in front of Knack as he comes towards the end of his first lap around here. We thought Fight Me spun out. He hasn't spun out. He's not even in the Red Bull. Someone else who's not going to the garage right now. Looks like Reaper already pitting in to the garage right now. I don't know if he's taken damage early on then. Where is Reaper? Is he getting a wing change or... He is having a wing change there. There's that wing coming off. So it's damage from something going through one of the corners. Putting on the hard tyres now. It's mentioned there's only a few drivers we've seen really make good use of those hard tyres. Reaper is one of those drivers that I have seen make very good use of a hard tyre. Have a look right now as the interval times go crazy with Bestos. And the intervals don't know what is going on. I don't know who's where right now with Knack and FCST. Here we go. There is Jasper. Has made his way in front of Knack right now. Knack still got 5 meters sat behind him. Ricochet showing up there first. He's not Ricochet in the garage or at the back somewhere. FCST should be in first. 5 meters now also got a bit of a gap going back towards him, towards Captain O'Reilly. Both the Alpines there, looking strong and currently still in 5th and 6th. James there behind, he's getting some pressure on there from Triple Forward. Definitely making his way up through the grid there, starting in the back there in 16th, and he's up into P7 already right now. 2 Aston Martins running together there in 6th and 7th. That is interesting. Made some serious moves there on those first laps. Triple Filtered. Hope someone didn't dive bomb T1. Going down another back view on the camera. Bestos right now in 8th. Coons has managed to make his way up into 9th. So not much interesting where Kuhn and Forward started to, and KJ there also as well, making his way up into 10th. DRS is going to be enabled this lap right now. KJ's going to get some DRS off Kuhn, he should be right now coming up through here. Kuhn's also getting that DRS off Bestos in front of him. That wing is open of the Alfa Romeo. KJ not having a great run through turns 1 and 2 right there though. Kuhn now looking to start trying to attack Best sign away from us, doing the interval times all over the place right now, where anyone is on the track. Good look, almost looking to the inside there on turn 8. If we could set one down on Bestos. Bestos runs a little bit wide, a little bit deep on it. Kuhn Gaskin quickly nearly manages to make it in front. Early on the break there for 9 and 10 though. Doesn't want to run to the back of the house, so damned himself. He's going to get DRS again right now. Bestos though is not going to get the DRS off of Triple Forward. He was a little bit back behind, and Kuhn has just about made it in front there before turn 11. Drivers coming up now through turn 12 here in the midfield. FCST, and there's Kuhn spinning on coming through turn 12 there. He's lost the back of the AlphaTauri, and that's lost him all those positions he gained at the start there. He's lost those positions, and now those tyres are going to be very cooked and difficult to drive on after that. You need to be careful through this corner, Kuhn. Going on up here though, Knack right now on the mediums, back in front of Jasper right now. Jasper's had some problems at that corner where Kuhn maybe did, and Knack's managed to catch him up. He did start to separate a bit of time off. FCST right now though with 3 seconds. Knack trying to defend hard there into turn 4. Just about makes it in front of Jasper. Knack not going to be wanting this driver on the softs to get back in front of him again and start to build up any sort of pace. He needs to stay on those mediums, and he needs to stay trying to hunt down FCST. The more he battles right now though with Jasper, the more he's going to start losing pace off of FCST. FCST trying to build up as big a gap as he possibly can right now for his own pit window a little bit later in the race. I've said Bahrain probably should normally be a 2-stop. You can one-stop it around here. You can use those hards, but how much grip they're going to afford you is a very, very different story. Going on down here then with James and Captain O'Reilly, and we turn it with just the right time there. There's O'Reilly losing the back end there out of turn 12, and that's an easy position gain there for James in the Aston. 2 Astons running together now again in 4th and 5th. O'Reilly all the way down into 11th there right now. I don't think he's going to damage from that. Once again, like Kuhn, those tyres are going to be cooked. Times right now starting to spread out a little bit. We've got Tess getting him the DRS on Wooters. Wooters got the DRS right there as well. Yeah, Tess not using too much DRS, obviously saving that. Nothing that's worth it there. I'll try and get in front. Bestos right now picking up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's going to be damaging by the time we get to the end of the race, unless they might even work it off right now in the pit while he comes through. Test there, maybe run a little bit deep, trying to late break into turn 4 there. Doesn't pick up the gas as quick, lost a little bit of space there. Off to Wooter, not too bad. You can late break down to 8 right now to catch back up with them a little bit. Make sure you get a good pull out of there. Test is on the hard type, by the way. Wooter is on the soft, so you're going to be looking to stay with not Wooter's on the medium. They're going to be looking to stay that medium tyre. best as they can, especially coming to these DRS zones, to make sure they've got that extra bit of pull around the track. Look up at the front there, a lot of packs starting to separate out a little bit now. Sometimes I can't even see it. I don't always know if I trust these times right now either. They're all on here, but back here with Nak. Nak just makes his way in front of Nak again. These two have been battling around here. Now he's trying to lose the slipstream, almost faking going in the pit then off his medium tyres. Trying to lose the slip from Nak, and Nak obviously though with the DRS though. I remember who it was. I did see someone do that once. They faked to go into the pit. They moved out of the way, and the person behind them followed them, and they moved out of the way at the last minute. The person behind went in, and they carried on, done a couple more laps on their softs, and made sure they secured their overcut by luring the other person into the pit lane. I can't remember what track it was. Can't remember who it was. I can't remember if it was an AV or WWRL race or not, but that was a brilliant move. I seem to think it was Netherlands for some reason. I don't know why, but great move. Domestos right now picking up a 3-second time out for multiple warnings around here. Domestos still down there in 15th where he started. The other Ferrari's down there as well. Ferrari not looking too strong in these early stages of this race right now. We are already on lap 6 though. We've still got another 23 laps to go. This down here, we've got KJ Styles in P8 right now, running very close behind the back of Wooter in the AlphaTauri. KJ Styles is going to be potentially looking to try and make a move soon. If he can follow on close behind Wooter, Resta is looking a little bit depleted though, so he's pushing hard from that back spot. Him and Kuhn starting at the back of the grid from not being able to qualify. So he's pushing hard. He's getting the DRS right now. Wooter not going to be getting any DRS from anyone. Wooter going to be pushing that ERS and to decide that he has been caught. Maintains his position, except the fact he has been caught by the Alfa Romeo. Romeo just slips in front though, but there is obviously another DRS line along here in which Wooter will be the recipient of that now this time. And he's going to try and take that position back before we get into turn 4. Just about doesn't manage to get it done though, and runs very wide there on the exit, trying to get the power down very quickly. It'll be interesting. Wooter's going to get another chance of it though. I was going to say out of turn 10, unless he can make a move right now into turn 8, and he does, just slipping in front of there side by side through turn 8. The car's going to be looking, they're going to be going side by side through 10. KJ backs out of that. Doesn't decide to go through it, and then KJ passes, goes to that DRS line first. KJ's going to get the DRS now over Wooter. Don't know if he's close enough though to make it in before him on turn 11. Not quite. You have to sit in behind and then take the DRS across the timeline again to try and get his place back in front of Wooter. Second DRS zone before turn 4 is where you want to pass. Really, the first DRS zone, just when you pass there, you give them back the DRS coming then through after turns 2 and 3. If you can pass before turn 4 though, then pretty clean there. You've got a turn 10 DRS zone, but obviously if you can get a much cleaner turn 8 and turn 9 and 10 than they do, you can just put a way through there anyway. There's Wooter pushing on that ERS. Neither of these drivers have got much of that left. KJ catching up rapidly with that DRS. Not gonna make it in front this time though. Wooter just about manages to defend that position. What's going up here with the Aston Martins and the Alpines all closely bunched together right now, just slightly put up the road into turn 4, 5 and 6. They're all fight me there, just about managing to maintain his P3 right now. Fight me obviously also being on the medium tyre. Both the guys behind him are on the soft, so the longer he can hold these guys up, the absolute better for him, and even the better for Nak. Their FCST has pitted already. That's at about lap 7 to 14 off that. That's about right, I think, for a double soft medium strategy, but then that also all depends on if we maybe have a safety car or anything at some point, which could obviously very much change drivers' tyre strategies. Come to that right point with about 14 or so, 12 or so laps left. The drivers will be chucking on a fresh set of mediums if they've got them available, then go to the end of the race. So drivers running close enough together right now. The FCST right now is in the MP9. It's Kuhn right behind him. Kuhn hasn't pitted yet, so that's not any real threat to him. And he's got a lot of clear track in front of him, so he's got space just to start setting some good laps on these medium tyres. And I mean, maybe if Kuhn's pulling up a set of softs right now, and Kuhn's pushing him on the pass, I haven't got my DRS either, maybe say let Kuhn pass and be the recipient of that DRS. Help get him to tow you around in these laps while you wait for Knack to have to pit and burn up that medium tyre that he started the race on. Just I want to have a look at the leader times up right now, because I want to see FCST there 17 seconds up Knack, so he is pulling back time. Ready, I think, from that pit stop. Knack's not going to be able to obviously get any sort of overcut done on these mediums from him. Knack looks to be pitting and coming out behind FCST. If FCST maintains the sort of pace he's already doing on his outlap of these tyres right now. Right, what's going on? Who's close together? Back on the interval times. What's going on? James right now coming into the pits. Jasper both into the pits there. They're both on nearly 9 laps, 8 laps there, 9 laps there on their soft tyres before coming in. Has Knack doing up it at the front. .7 seconds in front of me. FCST putting down the fastest lap there on lap 10 on his fresh mediums. As we said, definitely going to be gaining pace on the leaders there. He's already back on P5 right now after other drivers having pitted. FCST could be looking very good here today, I'm feeling, for this race. We're about 1/3 of the way through it, 19 laps left to go now. We've done 10. Look at Tess right now. Tess starting towards the back there, pushing on hard. Up to P6 right now on those hard tyres. The highest running driver right now of the drivers that would have started on those hard. We're starting to set hard. Someone else with Tess. But no, they've obviously swapped them off and put a different tyre on. Tess still running on that starting tyre though. Who's still running the start tyres? Nat, Fight Me, Wuta, KJ, Tess, Kuhn are still on the start tyres, and Rowan are still on the start tyres. Even Domestic's already pitted there, Lang's already pitted there. FCSC definitely pulling back time on Knack right now. If Knack wants any hope of winning back this race, I think he needs to very seriously consider his doing for his pit stop strategy with the latter part of this race, because pace FCST make this way test right now. Lang picking up a 3-second time penalty right there. Lang domestic driving on the grid right now with time penalties. So FCST right now 14 laps, 17. 3 seconds into 2 laps, pulling 1.5 seconds on these first 2 laps. Back to Knack on these fresh mediums. Knack started on those medium tyres. Got the opportunity to come back out of the pits on 2 fresh set of soft tyres. 2 fresh sets of softs, keeping them in their prime. Maybe looking to go along to what Kuhn's doing right now on those 10 laps. You're going looking more around 7 laps maybe on them around here. 2 7s, 14. That's going to give him 14 laps left on it. It's going to need to take those mediums up to around lap 14. Maybe lap 14 the earliest, I think maybe 13, probably just about do it from those mediums, even 16, what's it going to leave, 13 laps left, no, that leaves 16 laps left, it to be 8 laps, do that around lap 13. FCST is obviously rapidly gaining time on him though, but then that could do the same again on his softs and displace it, but I think if he wants a chance of getting Fight Me's under attack onto him right now, that's what he's under attack from Fight Me right now, so This is going to slow him down. This is exactly what FCST needs right now. Fight Me, attacking Knack there. Those two to start getting to battles while he's a little bit further back. He's not anywhere near coming into contact with Wooter yet. It's a good 4 seconds between them. But this is just going to slow these other guys down at the front, and that's just going to help Fight Me out. Going to be doing exactly what he wants. 12 seconds now to the lead. We've got 14 at the start of this lap, and we haven't even got through sector 1. That's what battling. That's how much time is lost battling with another car on track. Right, it's going down here. Jasper's on a set hard. I'm wondering if he's looking to one-stop this race right now. Jasper and James both on the hards right there. One of the softs, I think they could be looking at one-stops on this. Reaper obviously putting his hards very early. Who's looking to go forward? Maybe putting on another set of softs at the end. Reaper's probably truly going to be hoping for a safety car maybe, so I can get a set of softs on towards the end and then get going and try and gain some of his positions back. There, definitely lost after some damaging his wing early on in the race. Knack right now going back in front of Fight Me. We've got James right now getting the pressure onto his teammate in the Aston Martin, and someone's looking a little bit glitchy and ghosted right there. That'll be triple filtered. James just about making it in front of filtered, has ghosted and got that X next to his name. That's going to be an AI car right there. That's unfortunate. I hope he can get back into the lobby, because that's definitely going to lose him positions right now. Reaper running the fastest lap there on a set of hards of 1:28.772. Real life fastest lap around this track is a 1:31.447. That race lap that is held by Pedro de la Rosa in 2005. Some people list that as Schumacher setting it in 2004 and Schumacher setting a 1:30 time, or 1:30 something, but the track was changed after 2004. Turn 4 was reprofiled, it was altered. The track length differed then by 5 meters. I mean, the track length was actually shorter by 5 meters, so Schumacher set a quicker time on a longer track effectively, but it was enough for the FIA to change it as its complete track classification, and then Pedro de la Rosa holds the fastest lap on this track. Interesting trivia. Or not interesting, depends how you view it. Back up here, Knack and Fight Me at the same time right now. That's set up to lap 14 right now. So yeah, they're going to be looking at double stopping on for softs right now for the last part of this race. Knack 2 there, both in the garage are going to come out. Together, where are they? Fight Me is still behind Knack, and there's FCST. Oh. Alright, what's going on today? Look, Knack and Fight Me there going on to the hard tyre then. They're going to be looking at one-stopping this race right now. Obviously seeing the amount of time that obviously FCST was gaining, and exactly if we look right now, their time to leader, them running those mediums at the start. There's Fight Me there on the inside together, side by side through turn 4. A little bump on the wheels there. Fight Me obviously then running wide through the exit of turn 4, looking to get side by side again through 5 and 6. Intense racing from the Alpine and the Alfa Romeo right here. And it's helping James. James the Aston right now is just catching these two up. So on board here with Fight Me. Doesn't quite get as good pull out of turn 10 as Knack done, but he has got the DRS there to help him to make back up that time along this straight. Almost be worth sometimes they're running small pace to just sit behind that car in front, just put the pressure onto them, make them burn up their ERS while use your DRS for them for a few laps, then pick your position and time to get past them, and they don't have much battery left. Getting very close now there's Fight Me slipping in there to get that slipstream off of that. Got a DRS on, Knack's got everything going there. He doesn't want to let him up. Takes the inside line. Fight Me get it in around the outside. Fight Me breaks earlier. Tries to get back on the inside to pull up on the inside of Knack for turn 2. Doesn't quite manage to get it done though. Knack where he knows what's going on there on that corner, and he's still sitting behind there for turn 2 and 3, and then into turn 4. James right now, yeah, absolutely up for that lap. He is fully up here and involved in the action right now. All these drivers right now on the hard tyre, possibly looking to take this hard tyre to the end. FTST there on the medium. SST is going to be putting on a set of softs again at the end of the race. Tess up there, starting on the hard tyres, on 14 laps on the set of hards right now. Tess going to be looking to Tess going to be looking at another 6 laps probably there on those hards. They may be putting on a soft, or we could maybe see Tess release that hard in a couple of laps and put on a medium to go to the end of the race with. Depends what sort of pace and time they feel like they're setting on this. Obviously the soft will definitely give them a better advantage towards the end of the race, but this 14 lap old hards are starting to lose track position right now to Knack and Fight Me. They are only 2 seconds behind Tess right now. So it might be a possible case of taking those mediums and quelling damage limitations possible through the pit stops for how the other drivers that might start catching back up to you. Fight Me going for it again now on turn 1. Knack trying to go to the inside to close it off. Fight Me squeezes up on the inside there with the DRS. Once that inside line manages to get through into turn 1 now, and he's going to hold it into turn 2 as well there. Knack though, he's going to have the DRS though going into turn 4. Can he make anything happen to this? He's going for it up on the inside of turn 4. Great racing. Knack just about squeezes in front there. Finally, a little tap on the back of Knack's gearbox there. Didn't see any wing fly. I hope this front wing is still okay. That's brilliant racing there, and there's McLaren there spinning around. That was that. I think that might have been Rowan at the back there on what looks to be fresh hard tyres. Car was ghosted, I think it was, being lapped. So let's go back to the identical times to see what's really going on. James right now still just sat here behind Knack and Fight Me, just sat biding his time, waiting for his moment for these two drivers. Maybe come into collision or something so he can make up. Get some new positions forward. God, I've got too many laps to go and not enough beer. It's tragic. Right, let's look at Jasper right now in McLaren, trying to get keep up with Reaper right now, who's at Tess right now, putting in 16 laps, 13 laps left to go. That's going to be a set of mediums. We think Tess is putting on right there. Yep. Damage limitation on those hards. Soft would have been the better option to come back out the pits with, but the medium will do. So we don't lose too many positions there. There's a nice Mick out in front of KJ. KJ and Kuhn are just going to pass Tess though, coming out in P10 right there with softer tyre than pretty much most of the guys in front of him. Kuhn doing very well right now on 4-lap old soft tyre. He's going to have to get to the end. He really wants to succeed with this. He's getting the pressure on the KJ right now. Doesn't go for the move on turn 4. Stays behind right now. I think KJ going a little bit wide though. I'm cautious of the AlphaTauri behind him. I think Kuhn's waiting for that DRS zone before we get to turn 11, or the main DRS zone along the grid straight. Come down. Testo got a nice clear window in front of them to start setting some good pace on that medium tyre though. Maybe start catching up with some of these drivers as they start battling and causing problems with each other. We've got Kuhn catching to KJ, Jasper catching to Reaper, and James and Fight Me and Knack all running very close together. FCST right now has a 12-second lead over Knack and Fight Me. Continue this sort of pace, we might almost open up his pit window, but he's going to come back out into 4th, I think, unless he can open up any more, and he'll be on a fresh set of softs, absolutely ready to attack these guys on their aging hard tyres. Been in a great position for this win. Reaper's right now, Reaper's pitting right now. Why am I not getting to see Reaper? What's he going for right now? 18. Going for a set of softs, trying to make up some time at the end of the race. No, he's on a set medium. It's the first set of mediums that he's on right now. He had the hards on. And the best of luck, he's going to come out in 10th right now, quite comfortably. Yep, so he's got space now. Start trying to make up times. KJ Styles and Kuhn right now battling away. Kuhn though, it's got on that space. 8 seconds between him and Walter. That's going to be a bit of a tough call to make up by the end of the race, but he is on a softer tyre to what Walter is, so potentially do it and able to make another position. Gage just starts making his life too difficult though after the last few laps. It might not happen. I mean, that constantly switching positions. James just there, just sat in behind, waiting, biding his time. Knack picking up a 3-second penalty right there. That's going to hurt him now when we get to the end of the race, especially with Fight Me and James so close. FCST pits in now. He was still taking time. I'm surprised he's pitted in so early, to be honest. I thought we could still take a little bit more time on those medium tyres and still come out even better. He's put on another set of mediums. He obviously doesn't have any softs to go to the end of the race with. And we're working off time penalties as well. Oh no, FCST. So I'm quite surprised he's taking those mediums, but he obviously doesn't have any softs left to go to the end of this race with. Because I would have thought he would have just taken those mediums for 1 or 2 more laps. He was still gaining pace on the guys behind on that hard tyre. So I was expecting him to come back on a set of softs and do a medium soft strategy rather than a soft double medium, but maybe he felt he didn't have enough left in those tyres to keep pushing. I'm not in the car, he's the one that's driving. So, but bit of work to do right now. Jasper got an X there by his name. FCST taking the ghost option straight through, so go then, gap to leader, and it's not even going to give me the FCST's gap to leader, so we're just 6 seconds from the leader. Our interval is it's not even that for FCST. Well done, game. That makes my job easy. So 10 laps left to go right now. FCST's put it on. He's got a fresh set of medium tyres on. 4 drives in front of him are all on hards, and I think he's probably about 8 seconds off the leader right now. We've got Knack, Fight Me, and James all squabbling up here on their hard tyres. Constantly switching positions. James is just waiting for these two to come together. Fight Me and Knack, every other corner there, every DRS zone. They're just switching positions side by side through the corners. Time Fight Me just getting ahead there in to turn 6 and 7. That yellow sector going on their game. Back on line there for turn 8. FCST, right, so FCST is nice close to water. Let me sort it out. Let's get a look at our leader times then. FCST currently 7 seconds off the leader. He's got 9 laps to make it up. Fresh set of mediums. He needs to be running a second a lap quicker than these guys up the front right now to regain that time and to give himself maybe enough of a chance to get through. These three are so tight together here. When Fight Me, once he gets up behind them, and it's going to be around, let's see what I'm looking now. This is 6.5. It's going to be around 6 laps time or so. Around lap 26, Fight Me should have been able maybe to pass Wouter and catch back up to James, Knack and Fight Me here. But it's going to be so hard penetrating back through these three that are running so tightly together on the grid up here. It's going to be difficult for FCST to maybe get back that leader position and that first while these guys are running so close together. And to get that overtaking move done, they're thinking about the inside there. Unsure whether to try for it or not. Slips in behind, waits for the next DRS zone. Here though, now he's going to try for it. Now he's going to want to try and make his way into turn 4 before pulls out maybe a little bit too early. Should take him trying to get a little bit more slip off the Alpine before looking out to the inside of turn 4. Fight Me retaining that P1 right now. James maybe starting to lose off a little bit of time from Knack here right now. But as far as James is on the Aston, a little bit old, a bit of a lock up there, come down into turn 8. Managed to control that car just behind there. And he's still there, but we're not going to, there's going to be no DRS for James right now as we come through turn 10. Going to be a little bit far back, but FCST has cleared Wouter there. It must have been in one of his previous DRS zones, whether the one off the timeline or the one after between turns 3 and 4. So FCST right now, like our interval time, 3.5 seconds right now off of James. We've got 8 laps left to do this in. Let's go FCST. Let's see if we can get this our way back up. James has slipped off from Fight Me and Knack. That makes basically makes FCST's life a little bit easier because it means he can catch up to James first and overtake him one at a time, rather than catching up to all three of these drivers and having a big old fight to get involved in. Once again, looking there, decides against it. Fight Me pulls to the inside to defend it. Knack happily goes through up to the outside there. Fight Me pulled off on purpose because Fight Me's now going to get the DRS. He followed Knack very closely through turn 3. Tactical DRS there, I think it was. Knack there on the outside of him. Side by side again through there's turn 4 and 5. These two cars on the edge of my seat because someone's going to get spun, and there is Knack right there spinning down through turn 6. FCST right now is just going to be smiling right now. That's another car he doesn't need to overtake right now to try and get back into position. No safety car has been caused from that. Knack is going again. It's car in one piece. Haven't got any wing damage, have we? I think I can see a missing end plate on there. I need a better cinematic view, please, game. I can't breathe. Well, no, we have got both our end plates on there. That's all right. I thought one of them was missing. Oh, it's still in one piece. Those tyres are just going to be a bit cooked for him right now. Turn 12 and 13. Definitely going to be different turns to make through when the tyres are cooked. So back up into third right now then. Lap 22. Putting down some serious pace on these tyres right now. Lapping so much quicker. Who's got the fastest lap of the race? It's not FCST right now. It's not, I'll be surprised. Lang has the fastest lap of the race right now. It's a 1:27.365, the fastest lap in the race. No one else in this race has hit 1:27 lap. Fastest race lap in real life was a 1:31. Smash that time. Your time, Lang, for your race lap. Pretty much 1/10 off Lewis Hamilton. Is exactly 1/10 off Lewis Hamilton, the real world quali lap. So well done for that, Lang. What a lap, what a race lap, 27.3. Next closest lap to that right now is a whole second off it at 1:28.3. Must have been a solid lot of DRS, and he's on a set of softs right now at the end of the race. That's why he's running so hard. Our interval time is about a second of Domestos. He drives in front right now. On the hard tyre, he's got 6 laps left to go. We got Domestos and Jasper to clear him and try and pick up a point. Rapidly gaining on Domestos, running wide there through, coming down through turn 7 though. Taking a bit much curb. Rise now on a set of softs at the end here as well. Fastest lap point isn't going to matter unless they can get into the top 10 with that though. My interval times, once again, have completely gone. FCST's cleared James now on lap 24, and he's looking to be getting not quite DRS on this lap, I don't think. Fight Me run, they're picking on a 3-second time penalty. Track limits there, multiple warnings. FCST right now on medium tyre. Fight Me's on 9-lap old hards. It's got softer and fresher rubber. I think Fight Me can stay consistent for these last 5 laps of this race. Could be looking to take the win here today. Oh, I'm going to pick up empty cans that have nothing in them because we've been going for so long. What's down here then? That's impressive here. Starting with the hards towards the back here and now up into points positions. If these Mercedes could be finishing in the points again. After this, that'll be 2 for 2 for both Mercedes cars. If they can manage to bring them home both in the points, that'll help them secure and hold their place up the front there. Because both the Alpines aren't taking points in this race. Up here right now, FCST just about making his way, sneaking in front of Fight Me there on the exit of turn 1. Fight Me should get a good run of DRS though after turn 3 there into turn 4. Fight Me, no, Fight Me still got the DRS there. Going down into turn 4. That's going to help him to defend. Fight Me, FCST, Fight Me though. Both these cars looking very low on ERS right now. Let's see what this Alpine's got in it. Let's see what he can do, if he can put the pressure back on to FCST. FCST is softer rubber there, fresher rubber. It's going to be difficult to Fight Me to try and make any sort of move around FCST on these aging hards. And pushing them too hard could just cause him more and more wear. Then he's got James behind him on older hards on a 1.6 second gap, and looking too bad. If you can just kind of stay with FCST, try and put pressure on him, try and force FCST into a mistake. You might be able to take back a position there, although FCST also does have a penalty right now. And we've only got 3 laps left of the race to go. We should probably actually take a look at these penalties right now and see who's getting screwed or who has been screwed themselves. What am I doing? Penalties, there we go. 3 seconds for FCST. That could be detrimental for him. Fight Me using everything right now. Just needs to stay with the Haas right now. 4 more laps, including this one that we've just started. Fight Me needs to stay with FCST, and he could potentially have a chance of that victory. And I think that will potentially be Fight Me's first victory in the championship. Does manage to take it. We've got Earth running close. Everyone else a bit more spread out right now as we're looking back down through the grid. Nakter's got a 3-second penalty. Wuta though currently 5 seconds off him. That's a lot of time. Wuta needs to catch up. It's a safety car. It's a safety car on lap 26 right now. What has caused that? Who is off where? What car's broken? Triple filtered's DNF'd right now. Bessel's also DNF'd. I don't know. Did I see any of these cars DNF? I'm mentioning them. 5-second penalty right now for Knack for exceeding track limits. That's going to massively hurt him now, especially with that safety car at the end right now. And I don't know if anyone's going to pit on this or not. We've got lap 26, lap 27 will be safety car. Then we'll race again on lap 28 and 29. Safety car should only do 1 lap, so we're so close to the end of the race. It's not going to make us race for like 1 lap at the end. It should release us for lap 28 and 29. That's going to be dodgy. I don't think anyone's going to go into pit and try and put softs on for 2 laps at the end of the race and lose track position. I think everyone will just stay with what tyre they've got on right now and try and hold it out. FTST, watch make sure FTST should collect up with the safety car right now. There is the safety car moving. So yeah, my calculation right now, what do people do here? They're not all, they're way back, aren't they? It's going to go for 2 laps, I reckon. We're going to have the last lap. It should technically come in onto this one, so such a little time of the race left, and it will then give us 28 and 29 as race laps. But a lot of the other drivers are so spread out. I don't know if it will. It might keep us going until a lot of the rest of them join back up with the main pack. And then there's only going to be 1 race lap left to go at the end of the race. And all of a sudden, those 3 seconds of FCST could be a hell of a lot more dangerous and damaging to him than he would have first thought. This is not what FCST wants right now. When he restarts the safety car, he needs to absolutely catch these guys sleeping. He needs to be coming through just before the apex of turn 14 and 15 there. He's maybe trying to get on the gas, pulling out off to the side, out of slipstream way, and try and get going, or just take it very slowly towards the line and part way towards the line, just hammer it down and try and catch Fight Me and James sleeping. There it is. Safety car is in this lap, as we said. It's only going to do 1 lap being so close to the end of the race. So Fight Me is going to have control of the Delta, not Fight Me. FCST is going to have control of the Delta time right now as we go through the sector 3 on lap 27. I don't know why Fight Me is overtaking leader right now. FCST. There's a Red Bull straight into the back of someone there. Fight Me doing is just overtaking FCST under the safety car there. Don't know if he's got a warning or a penalty for that, or if he's let him pass him because FCST slowed down too much. Then go back in front. Not sure if Fight Me then listed then to let him go back in front. But FCST did get very, very slow by that last corner, and was big old crash there for Red Bull. No, if that was guys at the front there slowing down too much, or someone from the back there coming in a little bit too hot, couldn't really see what was going on. FCST pushing as hard as he can right now, trying to keep someone aware, he said, so he can try and get down that time and get down some space again and not lose too many positions. That's what's going on right now. Ripping that up into fourth right now after that safety car restart. He's clear penalties. James also clear penalties there right now. Kuhn's up into third right now. I'm starting at the back there. Be a monumental run for Kuhn. KJ Styles looking the inside of James there. Nice on ball from the back of Reaper. KJ moving up himself into fifth right now. He's got a 3-second penalty right there though, so I don't think James is going to be too worried about that. He'll get that position back by the end of the race. FCST definitely managing his time right now. He may be losing first, but might just be able to defend off from Kuhn on this. Kuhn currently 2.8 seconds back. Domestos taking the fastest lap there at 1:27 flat. Managed to steal that fastest lap then off Blanc, who had it a few right laps ago. Blanc now up into 9th as well, though, back up into the points after running those good fast laps. Though he's got 3 seconds penalties. Driver behind's got 13 though, so that's not going to affect him. He could maybe sneak in front of Domestos right now as well. He's got 6 seconds penalties. We're on the final lap. We're in sector 2 right now. FCST currently is looking to lose that top spot, but he's still going to retain his podium. Let's Fight Me, and let's can pull from Fight Me right now. He's nearly got 2 seconds on him. He's got 1 sector and a second to make up. Don't think it's possible right now. That'd be an amazing run through sector 3 on these corners, or a colossal mistake from Fight Me would be needed to secure FCST the win right now. Fight Me just needs to bring him through a couple more corners. He can comfortably take this win on track, and Knack is DNF right there now as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've lost 5 drivers out of this race right now. There is FCST is going to come across line first, and he's going to lose that position to Fight Me. Kuhn's going to take 3. KJ came across in 4th, but that's going to go back to James. Reaper's going to be in 5th, and KJ drops back down to 6th due to penalties. Test there, finishing in 7th. Lang does manage to get in front of Domestos through penalties and take P8. Domestos there, taking P9, and leave Domestos there, also finishing there with the fastest lap then as well. While Jasper is 10th. Managed to get inside of the Riley's penalties. Wooter there, picking on the 5-second penalty at the end of the race. Unserved penalty. But they're both Mercedes then finishing in the points today. That's good for them. All the other constructors from different teams then finish off our race, and we're just waiting for Best Stepsis down. Best Stepsis. Don't know where the Red Bull Best Steps this is, so we're waiting for that one to get timed out of this race so we can finish it, I think. Yep, so I'm going to sit here and wait because I don't know where this car is. And then we can actually get the final grid order done properly and get those bits in your stuff. So that is Fight Me's first win here in AV Championship. ST taking podium. Kuhn taking another podium there as well. Looking Kuhn, second most point scoring driver here after Reaper. How many points has Kuhn got? Kuhn's third there. That'll give him 15 points. What's Kuhn's all-time points right now? All-time points of 981. That's going to move him up to 996 for Kuhn's all-time points. Hoping next race Kuhn will then be able to join that 1,000 point club that Reaper is the exclusive member of right now. Only 4 more points after the next race. So, no, look at these cars. I'm not going with that one, is it? It's just, these guys just stuck doing parade laps because someone won't let them stop because something's happened in the garage somewhere. And wish that Rebel's on track, is it not somewhere? Oh, yeah, I thought. No, oh, there we go. Finally, sides. Race is over. That was the end of that. Go days given there to Kuhn. It's mine. Is there? Who's my driver of the day there as well? Might have to go. Maybe I have to go with a game on Kuhn for that one. To be honest, he didn't get to qualify. Had to start right at the back there, and he's managed to work his way up and get himself on the podium. So I think that's deserving of driver of the day. I mean, FCST, Fight, Knack, and James stuff up there, all driven brilliant races, battling with each other. But I think Kuhn there, grid position 17th, and it's made his way itself up to 3rd there to finish on the podium. So I think that's well done for Kuhn. I think Kuhn is driver of the day there for me today from that very impressive drive there, staying clean, no penalties either. So that's also managed to aid him in that and getting that penalty position. AV will be back again on next Thursday then with, what track are we going to next week? Where's your calendar? Stuff Bahrain. Well, I mean, your calendar says Saudi Arabia, but the track's not even released yet, so looks like it's going to be Australia, the next one on there that we are going to be at next Thursday. And so we will be live again here on WWRL at the weekend for the WWRL races. I'm not sure we're up to on those. We'll be live at 8 PM. Will be the next broadcast here. Hope these streams can go a little bit better and don't get so laggy, horrible on the lobbies. And we can do. How long have we been going for right now? 2 hours right now. Thank you very much for joining along, everyone. And we will see you again at the weekend and next Thursday. We'll play a song.
Boom.